Hi guys, it's Sandy here again and welcome back to the One Team One Dream YouTube channel. I am Sandy Morris, Star Consultant of Region 3, Australia, New Zealand. So if you are a consultant based in either of these countries and you want to learn more about the Scentsy Standards, you've come to the right episode, because we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what you can and can't do, or our guidelines that we have to follow as far as our Scentsy Standards are concerned. Now, if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and look for that bell to get those notification updates when a new episode gets released. Here we go. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to compliance and guidelines, I know it can be overwhelming. It can be a lot of information, like that information overload. And I'm hoping that today I'll be able to give you some points that will help you better understand the guidelines as to what Scentsy currently has in place. Just make sure that if you want to know further information about the Scentsy Standards, you can always locate this information on your workstation. If you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see a little hyperlink that's there for you that says the Scentsy Standards. Once you go into that, it'll give you all of the Scentsy Standards and the guidelines that are applicable to us as independent consultants with Scentsy. Also know that there are PDF documents available which will also give you further guidelines on other information that will help you better manage your business so that you are compliant as well. Now, the first part about the Scentsy Standards is account operations. And I guess, look, it's basic stuff like you've got to be over 18 years of age. You need to purchase a host kit to enroll to become a Scentsy consultant. Now, there are two different types of accounts that you can register under. The first being an independent Scentsy consultant as an individual or as a business entity. With regards to account information, always make sure your account information is up to date. If for any reason you need to update your information due to relocation or changing your phone number, you can also do that on your workstation. Now, if you are the type of consultant who's looking to expand your team and bring on other consultants prospectively in the future or right here and now, please make sure that you are not using your account details, that's your BSB account number, or your card details to sign these consultants up under. It is their responsibility to pay for their own enrollment to get that host kit, whether again it's to earn it or to purchase it. They will need to do it under their own account details. Now let's talk about these warranties, guarantees, and returns. Now this is great for our customers because they are entitled to a replacement or a refund for any damages. Now, they are also entitled to have their products repaired or replaced in certain circumstances as well. Scentsy product warranties are included in the product packaging. So if you've seen or you've already seen a product, for example, a warmer, you will notice that in there's an instructions booklet, and also inside that instructions booklet will include the warranties that are applicable to that product where necessary. Always encourage your customers to read those Scentsy instructions because firstly, let me tell you, when a customer purchases a product from Scentsy, if it's got components in it that need to be put together, they need to be reading these instructions to understand how to set up the product correctly. Not only that, if they are setting it up correctly based on these instructions, they will also be supported in coverage of that replacement if required for any damages where it has not been the customer's fault. Now, if for any reason they need to submit a product claim request for a replacement or repair of a damaged product, they can do so by contacting the consultant support team, or better still, just ask them to reach out to you if they have any faults with their products, and then you can contact consultant support on their behalf. I love that Scentsy offers that satisfaction guarantee, which tells me that these products are quality. Now, if for any reason your customer is not satisfied, they can also request to exchange their product within 30 days from the product being delivered to them. Now, there are some obligations to our customers. So if you are the consultant or the type of consultant that is currently placing orders on behalf of your customers and they are providing you with card details, please ensure that you are safeguarding your customers' personal information. So don't leave those papers lying around. If you're the type to write it down on a piece of paper with the card details, please make sure you are destroying them as soon as you have placed that order, so then that way you're safeguarding their privacy. So you may have a customer who has wanted to host a party, which is amazing because that gives you opportunity not only to earn PRV, but to also expand your business. What you need to make sure of is that when you are having a customer host a party on your behalf, or you're hosting it for them on theirs, just ensure that you are also being very clear and setting expectations up front with your customer. What you also need to be mindful of is that when you are closing off a party order, if you have not yet used those host rewards or those half price credits during that party order, they will not be rolled over to a future period to be able to be used. They will actually become null and void. So please make sure that you are using those host credits when you are closing that party order off. So orders are usually shipped within a few business days, and there may be instances where they can take up to the 10 business days to be delivered to you or your customers. If for any reason there is a product that's been back ordered due to it not being in stock, they will then have the opportunity to get that delivered to them at a later date. In the event that that backorder item is not in stock within a 30-day period, you can actually request either for yourself or on behalf of your customer, a request for a refund, a product credit, or even better, an exchange. Just remember though, if you have requested a product credit or a refund, that will be deducted from the PRV that you had previously earned for it. Now, when it comes to recruiting and sponsoring, you can recruit and sponsor any consultant provided they are located in a country where Scentsy is operating as a business. To be able to do this though, you have to have an operating personal website for them to be able to enroll on. So you'll be sending them the link, or they'll be following that link on your join section of your personal website to do so. When you are signing up new consultants to become part of your team where you are sponsoring them, please also set realistic expectations with them. Give them as much information as you possibly can. There's so much amazing training material on our success store. There's a training tab there with a lot of information. Please be sure to show them the marketing tab, as much information as you can. What you should also be doing is setting realistic goals and expectations regarding any commissions or bonuses that they're going to potentially be earning, and don't use it as a this is what I've earned. Use it as a hypothetical, and always remember to include that income disclosure statement. Now, when it comes to cancellations of your Scentsy account or Scentsy agreement, there may be two instances where this will occur. The first is due to inactivity. The second is also involuntary as a decision made by Scentsy. If for any reason you are not active at least once within a 12-month period, your Scentsy membership will be cancelled. However, you can always come back at a later stage once you've met that cooling off period between becoming inactive and having your account cancelled, to being able to sign up again to join in on your Scentsy business and on all the Scentsy fun again as well. If you are a consultant who currently sponsors a team, whether as a lead, consultant, or hire, if for any reason you do not get active at least once in a 3-month consecutive period, it just means that any consultants you have currently sponsored will then roll up, and we don't want that to happen. Now let's talk about compensation. So this is a part that talks about how you get paid and what you can earn. Now, I guess it's very plain and simple. As long as you're putting in that hard work, as long as you've got a clear understanding of Scentsy's monthly compensation plan, this will help you maximize on your earnings and also enjoying that long-term success. If you've never seen the monthly compensation plan before, please search it in your search bar within your workstation, or look under your training material. There's a lot of places where you can locate this document from, and it's always good to keep it on hand so it gives you an idea of what you can strive towards. You can earn commissions based on the Scentsy products that you sell. You can also earn bonuses when you are fulfilling those certain benchmarks which are outlined in that compensation plan chart, and that also outlines what the leadership responsibilities are to achieve those bonuses. Now, if you are a director, or if you hold the director status, or any status above a director, for example, you've got your star and then lastly your superstar director, you have to maintain those certain benchmarks required for those titles over a 3-month period. If for any reason you do not get those benchmarks within that 3-month period at least once, you will actually reduce the title that you have earned. But the great news is, once you hit those benchmarks again, you will then level up to that status. Now let's talk about the marketing guide. This one talks about who you can recruit and who you can sell to. It also talks about what you can say or what must you say when it comes to your ads content. It also talks about where you can advertise your materials. And then it also talks about how you can differentiate yourself in your marketing efforts, which is what we all want to do to be able to stand out. So first up is our target audience, which is the who. Now you can promote Scentsy products and the opportunity to anyone who is not willing to do the following, which is reselling Scentsy products, as well as being located in a country where Scentsy is not present as a business. So when you are promoting Scentsy's products or the opportunity to join, we must be mindful of their reputation, and we must also be safeguarding it. And the way we do this is by good ethical conduct. Now, when you are promoting Scentsy's products or the opportunity to join, you must always clearly identify yourself as an independent Scentsy consultant. You are allowed to advertise corporate pricing, corporate specials, as well as promotions, meaning the price that Scentsy has advertised only. So if you are looking to sell it at a reduced price as one of your personal specials, unfortunately you cannot do this publicly. You can also share ideas and images related to the display and presentation of Scentsy products. This is great news for those who love to be unique, so you can actually be that point of difference in a market where we've got a lot of consultants out there that are trying to show individuality. You can do this by promoting your own images and photos to share your vision or your love of Scentsy as well. Now here comes the conflicts of interest. So the key points in this section include things like cross-promoting. Now, you cannot promote other companies or products together with Scentsy, and that includes the opportunities and the products. Also, you can't recruit consultants for other direct selling business ventures. These have to be kept separately, so just steer clear from that, please. And whilst you can sell authentic Scentsy products to other consultants, please know that this can only be done on one-on-one communication. And whilst this is okay, please remember that this cannot be done for the purpose of maintaining a title or for a promotion. So if you are selling to an existing consultant, either part of your team or close to your team, and you feel like this may be a conflict of interest or seen as a conflict of interest, please don't do it. Just stay away from it and keep it nice and simple for yourself. If you are currently part of any other direct selling ventures as well as Scentsy, you cannot cross-market another company with Scentsy, which means if you are selling another or part of another MLM company and you're currently doing Scentsy as well, you cannot merge the two. Now let's talk about these personal specials, which is one of my favorite parts of my business. I think there's a lot of information here that you need to be mindful of when you are doing those personal specials. The main one is that you cannot publicly advertise any personal specials other than, again, the corporate pricing or corporate specials that Scentsy has to offer. You can do this with your customers via email, over the phone, as long as it's done personally and not publicly in a forum. If you're doing them in a forum, again, you cannot do that publicly. That's still classed as being public. Even if it's a private group page, just know that you cannot do that. And bear in mind, you might actually have a customer that's part of your VIP page that really wants to actually celebrate you and help support your business, and they may share it publicly on your behalf. If they're doing that as well, that's still classed as a breach. If you are currently doing giveaways where a customer has to purchase a product to get an entry into your competition, or if they have to purchase a raffle ticket to be part of your giveaway, that is classed as a breach based on Scentsy Standards. I guess the key point to remember in this section is that if they're paying anything to participate, it goes outside the Scentsy guidelines. Now, when it comes to claims, and we're not talking about warranties, exchanges, or refunds, we're talking about claims about Scentsy products If you are currently advertising Scentsy products on social media platforms, or to anyone for that matter, we cannot claim that Scentsy products have a curative or any therapeutic benefit. We cannot make claims that Scentsy products cure illnesses such as depression, because bear in mind guys, these products have not been tested for health benefits. So we don't want to be misleading our customers with these claims when they haven't actually been tested for them. But the great news is you can actually claim how amazing these products are. Or you can even talk about what your favorite scents are. Look, personal favorite for me is going to be pink cotton. So I'm pretty sure every consultant out there has their favorite products. And for their own reasons. Again, if you're talking about how it smells amazing, not an issue. If you're talking about the fact that it cures illnesses, that is going to be an issue for you. Are you the type of consultant that loves to keep stock on hand? So you might want to keep stock for yourself, or you might like to keep stock so that if you have that last minute customer reaching out to you for a gift that they need done ASAP, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There is a limit on what you can purchase each month in goods for that purpose. But the key point of this part is to remember that you cannot advertise the stock publicly. So whilst you might have this beautiful cupboard full of products, you cannot advertise it anywhere. You can offer it to them as a one-on-one, or if you have an at-home event party, you can pull out your products at that stage, but you cannot advertise publicly. Now let's find out some more information about ad content, or the what. Now you've got to remember, when you are advertising Scentsy products, you are advertising them as an independent Scentsy consultant. So please remember not to use any rude or offensive language or images when you are promoting these products, as again, we're all about good ethic. Now there are some naming restrictions as well. So when you think about social media, everyone has a page set up and you've named or branded your business a certain name. If it's different to what you've signed up as a consultant to enroll with, just be mindful of the fact that you cannot include the name Scentsy or anything that sounds like Scentsy in your name that you're using for these social media platforms. Now this applies for any email address, any business name, any company name, as well as your username. All right, let's move it on over to the where, which is all about our marketing channels. Now, are you the type of consultant that likes to print your marketing materials? If so, just know that Scentsy's got available on our Scentsy Consultant store a lot of marketing materials that are available for you. There are flyers, there are postcards, there are business cards that you can utilize and purchase through the Scentsy Consultant store. If you'd like to do it on a free option, they've also got a lot of helpful documentation or materials there for you to use under the marketing tab as well. Now, please don't forget to put your personal information in there so that way your customers know your information or details to be able to contact you to put those orders through. Now, if you're looking to branch out and put your business out there amongst the public, if you're attending anywhere like libraries, anywhere like schools or facilities, try and get their permission beforehand rather than just throwing it up there for everyone to see. It's always best to give them a little heads up and get that okay before you do so. So you cannot permanently have any signage up anywhere, especially on your private residences, as well as those retail shop fronts as well. And I love this part about Scentsy because they really have set an even playing field for all of us as consultants. But the good thing about it is if you want to put signage up permanently, you can actually do it on your vehicles or your cars. That is not an issue. You can also display temporary signage for any open houses that you might do where you're having events at home or any events that you attend as well, as long as you are pulling them down as soon as the event has finished. Now, when it comes to the web, you as a consultant, once you enroll, you will get a 90-day personal website available to you as part of your enrollment. Now, once that 90 days is finished, you will then roll over to an ongoing subscription that will continue on a monthly basis. If for any reason you wanted to cancel this, you definitely can opt out at that stage. Now, if you are wanting to set up an external website, you can have a maximum of one external website to be able to set up for your Scentsy business, but you cannot offer the option to shop products directly on the site, you have to have the links available to redirect your customers to your PWS to be able to purchase those products. When it comes to online classifieds, sales and auction sites, so think of this like your eBay or your Amazon, you cannot set up a retail or e-commerce store to be able to sell your Scentsy product. Now this also applies to the likes of Facebook Marketplace as well. You also can't get your family members to do this on your behalf, but what you can do is you can actually redirect them through to that PWS. That is fine, that's not the issue. It's in the instance where, for example, with eBay, if you've got a product like, say, let's call it the counter clean, right? And you've got it on sale or on listed for sale on eBay, that's classed as a breach. Now, when it comes to social media, and this will actually play a big part, I believe, for most of us as consultants, as it is the easiest way for us to be able to share our love of Scentsy, share our Scentsy business, that opportunity to join as well from one platform and from the comfort of your own home. You've got to make sure that you're directing those contacts through to the personal website as well. Oh, and don't forget, do not be posting those personal specials publicly on these social media platforms either. Now, if you're thinking of attending any fairs or trade shows, just know that you can do so. There's no issue with that because again, it's a temporary event. What you've got to be mindful of is that you're not doing cash on hand sales if it's a regular and ongoing trade show or market that you're attending. You can definitely do it for the opportunity to join. You can display signage, but again, these are for temporary events only. Now, the last part that we're going to talk about is licensing products. Scentsy has worked very hard to get these licensing agreements with licensing partners such as Disney, Marvel. We've now got other licensed partners that are joining our Scentsy family to be able to allow us to use their branding or their licensing to be able to create Scentsy products to be able to share with customers who have a love of their branding as well. Now, I know you think to yourself, oh my gosh, it would be so much easier to just join these fan pages or these forums where, for example, we've got Disney, right? And thinking of joining these forums or fan pages to discuss what Scentsy products we have that are partnered up with Disney. Unfortunately, you can't publicly advertise these products to them. The good thing is though, if you build a relationship or a friendship with one of the fans that are part of these pages or forums, you can definitely discuss this information with them one-on-one to offer them the Scentsy products that we have available based on that fan page that you're affiliated with. Now, we can't use the licensing partner's IP, which is their intellectual property. Intellectual property basically means when you think of Disney, Disney has a certain logo and a certain font, they have certain songs, they have certain themes. These are all part of what makes up Disney, right? Now, we can't actually go through and change the fonts. We can't use any materials from Disney directly. So if we go to a Disney external website or to the actual Disney site, we cannot take any content from their pages to use with the products that we're selling for Scentsy. Scentsy has already provided us with enough marketing material there that we can use, and these have all been approved by these licensing partners. They've also allowed us to have this opportunity to use product and marketing material through Photo-Fi with Scentsy. You can also take your own photos of products that you have purchased via Scentsy or your customers have purchased via Scentsy that are licensing partner products. So for example, if you've got a Mickey Mouse or a Winnie the Pooh, there's nothing wrong with you taking a photo of your family member holding that product and taking a photo that way. But what you can't do is you cannot put any stickers, any text lines over these images. They have to be just of the product only, and that also goes for the materials that you can get via the marketing tab as well as Photo-Fi. Now, when it comes to those stickers or those taglines, there's nothing wrong with putting them either above or below the picture. You just cannot put them on the picture. You also can't use these licensing partners' products or materials to promote another Scentsy product. So for example, you can't have Mickey Mouse holding or hugging a warmer because they're two separate categories, and one is the licensing partners and one is Scentsy's. But what you can do is you can use hashtags, and they actually recommend that you use as many hashtags as you like. There is no issue with that. What they did state though is that it should be more specific. So if you're trying to advertise Minnie Mouse, for example, you can put in your post a hashtag Minnie Mouse, but what you can't do is you can't insinuate that, or you can't set up the hashtag as if that licensing partner is promoting Scentsy. For example, Minnie Mouse loves Scentsy. So that wraps up our training today, guys, for the Scentsy Standards. I hope you have gotten a lot of helpful information that's going to help you better understand how to manage your business. If you're ever in doubt, guys, always reach out to consultant support or the compliance team for clarification. They're more than happy to provide you with that support. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Again, look for that notification setting, that little bell, and set it up so that every time a video gets released on our One Team One Dream YouTube channel, that you will be updated to be able to watch it as well. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at explore.scents, or TikTok, explore.scents, and then lastly, Facebook, explore.scents1. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll get to them as soon as possible. Other than that, have an amazing day, enjoy your weekend or week, whatever day it may be that you're watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.